vision boards all wrong. This year I took my vision board very seriously, and as a result I managed to achieve 10 out of 13 of my goals for 2025. And I don't mean just like little goals, I mean I got flown to another country in business class to go walk the red carpet and meet Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. So if you are also someone who has seemingly impossible dreams and goals for your life, then this is the video for you. Before we get started, one of my goals for 2026 is to be posting a minimum of one long-form video on YouTube per week. So to keep me accountable, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. That way I'll know that you actually want to see more and I'll stay motivated to do it. Okay, so this is my vision board for 2025. As you can see, I'm very into film, pop culture, musical theatre and performing. So this vision board was filled with images that related to very specific goals. I put the success of this vision board down to two things. Number one is how specific the images were, and number two is how often I saw it. When I talk about how specific this board was, I mean that every single image related directly to a goal. Pictures weren't just like a vision of what I'd like my life to be, a vibe, an idea. These pictures were my goals in visual form. So the first thing I did before I gathered any images was I got out my journal and I wrote down my goals for the year. You've probably heard of SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, which means that you can like track the progress of it, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So we're going to create some SMART goals, but we are going to take the A out of it. There were too many instances this year where I was doing so much work behind the scenes to achieve a goal, but ultimately it wasn't up to me whether I would actually achieve it or not. It was up to someone else and it was out of my control. So I want to take achievable out of it. Obviously it has to be relevant to you. It has to be something that you are already putting the work in for, or something that you feel really passionate about and really aligned with. But I don't want you to see it as it has to be realistic, because really anything you can think of is realistic because it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone who really hates living in a box. I've always had this fear of having a very average life. And so as you can probably see from like my Instagram, that like I strive to have a very exciting life filled with a lot of passion and a lot of creativity and a lot of joy. So the word realistic to me drives me insane, because literally anything is a possibility if you put your mind to it and if you work hard. So we're taking achievable out and we are writing some SMRT goals. Grab out your journal and start writing down your SMRT goals for the year. You want to make sure that it's something you can measure. So instead of saying, I will be an actor, you're going to say, I will audition 50 times this year. I will be cast in a play this year. It's something more specific and more measurable. Like having a number in the goal is really, really helpful, because you can track your progress really easily. It needs to be relevant and it also needs to be time bound, which I would suggest just leaving it as the entire year as your deadline, unless you have something that has a sooner deadline. So say your lease is ending in August and you really want to buy your first home by then. You're going to be making sure that you say, I will buy my first home by August 2026. That way you have your time goal. You'll also notice that any of my examples, I'm starting with I will. I don't want you to say I want, or starting it with like, my goals are to do this. It's I will. And by saying I will, it tells yourself that 1, it's possible, I will. 2, it's an action. And 3, it's a commitment. So make sure that every single goal starts with I will. I must say that the real trick here is that you have to be in a good mood when you're doing this. So don't sit down and start writing out goals if you are like in a lack mindset. And if you don't know what a lack mindset is, it's basically everything coming from a fear of not having something. So your mindset might be like, I don't want to not have this in my life, instead of just, I want to have this in my life. Because if you have any fear or any doubt surrounding these goals, it's just not gonna work. So light a candle, put on some cute little jazzy music, or if you're feeling really woo-woo, you can find some manifesting frequencies. That's what I like to do. But just get yourself in a really good mood, get yourself a cozy little drink, a nice little hot cup of tea, and just imagine the life that you want to have in 2026. When you're doing this, you should feel so excited for yourself. Like, you need to be imagining yourself achieving these goals so vividly that you are actually like getting excited. Like, when I do this properly, I am buzzing. And I know that sounds really strange. Sometimes I even have butterflies in my stomach because I am imagining things so vividly and like getting really intricate and detailed about like what it really looks like for me and how it would feel achieving these goals, because it's kind of like you're just writing your own story. Like, you're basically just like making a plan of how this year's gonna go. It's not a case of just like, oh, I have these goals for myself. It's like, no, you're literally like planning out your year. That is how I want you to see this, and you should be getting so excited. And now it is time for the fun part, and we get to collect all of our images. So head to Pinterest. Pinterest is the best, and I want you to select images that directly relate to these goals. Like, I want these images to light you up. I want you to be able to completely imagine yourself in that image. I want you to be able to recreate that image. That is the goal, is to be able to recreate that image. So I want you to find photos that directly align with exactly what you want. It can't be something that's just like a similar vibe to what you want. And if you can't find exactly what you want, then draw it. Come up with something in Canva if you want it to be a little better designed, I guess. As long as you have a really specific visual representation of your goals, that is what matters here. So I'll give you an example of my vision board from 2025. The biggest picture that you would probably notice is the photo of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. That was my biggest goal for the year, was that I wanted to interview them. So I chose a photo. At that time, I thought that they were going to be coming back to Australia for the For Good premiere. And so I chose a photo from one of their interviews with the Sydney Opera House behind from last year's premiere. And so that was my very specific photo, was that I basically wanted to be able to like recreate this with just me on the other end. Like, I could really see myself in that room, and it's probably because I've just watched so many of the interviews that I knew exactly how that setup looked and how it would probably feel inside the room and everything. So this is the photo that I used for that. I wanted to attend the Wednesday season 2 premiere. I wanted to attend the Stranger Things season 5 premiere. So I had pictures from the premieres with the cast members. I wanted to work with Netflix, so I had the Netflix logo up in the corner. Some were photos that I just wanted to straight up recreate, like this one. I recreated the Keys photo. There's all sorts of things. So I want you to just be able to completely imagine yourself in these situations and your ability to recreate these photos. There were just a couple of photos on my vision board that I chose to include that weren't very specifically goals, but they were more so just mindsets that I wanted to have for the year. So it was more about becoming more confident in myself, and also just remembering to dream big. Like, no dream is too big. So once you've got the photos that are truly lighting you up inside, you can imagine yourself recreating them, being in that exact environment. They are an exact visual representation of what you want to achieve. And you're going to go into Canva and you're going to open up a desktop wallpaper size project, and you're going to start placing all of these photos. The pictures for more important or more time-consuming goals should be sized a little bit larger, just so that you're reminding yourself that even though it might be harder to achieve, right there in front of you, keeping you motivated. And once you're done, you're going to make this your desktop wallpaper, and then you're going to go and resize it into a print. I printed mine in an A2 size, and I got my frame just from Kmart. And you're going to place this somewhere that you're going to see it absolutely every day. I used to have mine at the end of my bed on my chest of drawers, and so every single time that I woke up I would see it, and every time I was going to bed I would see it, and I would be able to imagine the life that I was creating this year. And then I actually ended up moving it to my office so that I could see it literally all day while I'm working. Once you've done this, you're also going to go and resize the project again for literally any device you have, whether it's your iPhone wallpaper, whether it's your iPad wallpaper, whether it's the back, your Kindle cover, like whatever it is that you're going to see throughout the day, that is where you want to have it. You want to be able to see vision board so much that it literally is like burned into your brain. Like, I know every single image on my vision board and where it is just because I have seen it so many times. And now, as much as the vision board is done, the work has only just begun. Get back into your journal and start breaking down each of your goals into actionable steps. And even if it is a goal that maybe you don't have all the control over, write down as many actions as you can take before you then have to kind of just let go. And once you've got your goals into actions, it is now time to take action. So take this year as an opportunity to see just how much you can really invest into yourself. Keep your eyes on your vision board, work hard, and also just let the universe do its thing. Sometimes you just have no idea how something is actually going to happen, and randomly it can just fall in your lap. But the most important part is to just believe that it will come true. That is truly the most important part, even if you don't know how. I truly believed that I was going to meet Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo this year. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but it was just like something in my heart. I just like knew that it was going to happen. And maybe it's just because I believed it so much. And then I got a phone call saying, hey, we'd love to take you to Singapore, and part of your package is to have a red carpet photo with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Yes, it wasn't the original goal of interviewing, but they actually ended up cancelling all of their interviews the next day. Also, in the meet and greet, they handed me this big microphone. And so it kind of looked like I was interviewing them anyway, even though I wasn't. I was just having a meet and greet. I was just talking to them. But it was just so funny the way that it all came about, because it kind of looked like I was interviewing anyway. But beside the point, what I'm trying to say is that that was completely out of my control. But what was in my control was creating as much wicked content as I could, reaching out to any contact I could find about media opportunities for the film, saving my money so that I could fly down to Sydney probably like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 times this year, so that I could build my relationships with these wonderful people, so that when the time came that a job would arise, they would think of me. So that's what I mean. As much as I didn't have the final say in whether I was actually ever going to meet them or even attend the premiere or interview them or anything, I did everything that I could to make sure that I was a candidate. Anyway, getting back to doing the work, don't ever think that a vision board or manifesting is just like something you just leave up to the universe. It's not going to work unless you work. I'm going to tell you the way that I see and understand manifesting. The way I see it is that everything is energy, right? And energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. So you need to raise your own energetic vibrations to the vibration of the thing that it is that you want. So say you want to buy your dream car, the energetic vibration of this car is sitting up here, right? But perhaps you were thinking, oh, it's so out of reach, it's so hard, it's so expensive, it's going to take me forever. You're not like meeting it here, you're all the way down here. Like, you have low energy because you're feeling fearful about it and feeling like it's too hard and that you'll never have it, which is a lack mindset. So what you need to do is you need to be able to raise your vibrations to the vibrations of that car, so that then it can be transferred and you can attract it. So I see it as you need to work hard, you need to find other income streams, you need to save your money, you need to keep visualizing yourself in this car, driving down the highway with your besties in the back, listening to your favorite songs. Like, whenever you think about something like that, like, doesn't that just make you feel so good imagining something like that, right? Like, it actually raises your own energy and makes you feel better. And the more that you do it and the more that you keep working towards it, eventually at some point you're gonna attract it. And so that's how I believe in manifesting. It's definitely not something that you can just do and throw away and never think about again. It needs to be something that is consistently on your mind and bringing your energy up because you're so excited to achieve it, as well as putting in the physical work. It's just about like making it seem more real in your head so that it feels more attainable and it feels easier and that it is yours. Now, something that I did love doing throughout the year is, as I would achieve each goal, I would go back into my Canva file and I would replace an image with the image of me achieving that goal. That way it worked as like a proof point, like it proved to me that my goals were possible. And then it also kind of became a game. I know I spoke about like being able to recreate these images, it really did become a bit of like a challenge or a competition for me to be able to one by one replace these images. And it made it more fun. It made it like my big goal for the year was to tick off all these smaller goals, even though the goals were like huge, crazy, like seemingly impossible goals. And so this is how mine looked at the end of the year. There are still some that didn't get switched out, and some of them were very, very close. They weren't necessarily a recreation of that photo, but I knew what it meant to me. So that is pretty much it. I hope that this video helps you to achieve all of your hopes and dreams and goals for 2026. Please remember that no dream is ever too big. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments. I'm happy to answer. For me, personally, professionally, and financially, 2025 was the best year yet. And so I just really hope that this resonates and it can be the same for you in 2026. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to send me your vision boards in my Instagram DMs. I'll put my Instagram down here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!